This is the things that we get in the box. We have a quick operation guide, a mouse, a power supply for the DVR, 4 sets of screws and anchors, 4 screws for the hard drive, a remote control, 1 camera's power supplies, a 4-way power splitter, 4 rolls of BNC cable, 4 720p security cameras. These particular cameras are dome shaped. They are each 1 megapixel and are capable of night vision. And we also get the DVR. In this case, does not come with a hard drive, but don't worry. In this video, we're going to show how to install a hard drive. In this particular DVR, we're going to need a SATA hard drive. Now that we got to know our system, now let's go ahead and add a hard drive. Let's start by removing all 4 screws that hold in the casing. A pro tip: always keep your screws close so you won't miss them later on, because the last thing you want is to be that guy with the dreaded missing parts. Let's go ahead and remove the top. And this part is going to be very easy. The only thing you have to do is follow the grooves of the cable according to the grooves of the hard drive. And then you could go ahead and proceed to install. And don't worry, they can only go in one way. Now that we have the hard drive installed, let's go ahead and secure it in place, and we do that by flipping the DVR over, holding the hard drive and aligning the holes of the hard drive with the holes of the DVR and screwing the 4 small screws. Now we could go ahead and start connecting our connections, either VGA or HDMI for video, the USB for the mouse. We could connect the power, and if you want your system to connect to the internet, the Ethernet cable. And now we could connect our 4 BNC cables, and we do that by following the grooves on the DVR and on the cable, making an insert and then twisting. So you already know where you're going to install the cameras. Now let's get ready to install. And these are the tools that you're going to need: either a Phillips screwdriver or flathead screwdriver, a spade bit, a drill bit, and a pencil, a hammer, and a drill, depending on the surface that you're working on, is if you're going to need the anchors or not. If you're installing your cameras directly on sheetrock, then you would be okay by just using the screws. But if installing in a harder surface, then you're going to need the anchors. And we choose the correct drill bit by measuring the drill bit to the anchors. And we also choose the spade bit using the same method. But in this case, and that would be measuring it against the thickest part that's going to go through the wall. The best place to pass your cables is either a basement or an attic behind the walls. And that's why it is important, if you don't know where your studs are at, to use a stud finder. Now that we're ready, we could go ahead and mark the location of the camera. And we do that by taking a pencil and marking around the circle, and also the locations where the screws are going to go. And this is going to make it easier for yourself to have a cleaner and easier job. Once the markings are made, we're going to make an X on the middle. And this is where we're going to use our spade bit and make the center hole. And now, either through the attic or basement, or where you have access to the inside of your walls, you can go ahead and pass your power cable and BNC cable. And always remember, safety is the most important thing. You always want to make sure that there's no electrical wiring or stud where making the hole. But if you're renting or don't want to make a hole or don't have access to the walls, you can always just place the cable from the outside. If you're working on a hard surface, now we're going to take the drill and the drill bit and make the hole for the anchors. After we've done the holes, now we could take the hammer and lightly tap the anchors in place. And remember, you only want to make the hole to the size of the anchor. Now we can make the connection from inside the wall to the camera. We connect the power and also the BNC cable, and we do that using the same method of insert and twisting. Now we could take our screws and screw our camera to the anchors, or in case of sheetrock, directly to the sheetrock. Let's go ahead and insert the cable and twist our camera in place. And before you go ahead and tighten the ring around the camera, you want to find the correct angle that you want your camera positioned to. Now we could take a look at the system. So first we get the welcome menu. We get the password and username In this case, because we have not chosen a password, we could just hit OK. You can always follow your instructions manual to change the password. Now we get the information page. This is where you're going to put the time, the date, if you want the system to work a military style 24 hours or just a regular clock 12 hours. This is how it's going to look if you have the Ethernet cable connected. But in case you don't connect the internet, that's not a problem. It's just going to be on red. You can skip the final step. If you choose you want to use the internet feature, this is the time to take out your smartphone or tablet. And with your QR code app, you're going to choose either iPhone or Android according to your system. And this is going to let you download the app that works with your system. The application is called XMI and it could be downloaded from the Play Store or iTunes as well. Once you have logged into your app, created a name for your device, now with your QR code reader app, we're going to scan the other QR code on the next page so it could recognize your specific device. We click OK and then we could choose to watch all 4 cameras at once or each camera individually. So now we hit next on the DVR and we're done. Now you could go ahead and name your home or office a fortress. Right clicking on the screen, you can choose to set your recording schedule. You could play back what you recorded, even format your hard drive or set your system to motion detect. Overall, if you want to get face recognition or read license plates, you always want 720 and up. So that means this system gets the job done. It has a nice image in the daytime and at nighttime. It's very easy to set up and watch your home and office from any location, either a tablet, a cell phone, or a computer. Don't forget, if you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. That really helps. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, place them in the comment section below. Follow us on social media. Thank you for watching. And here's a link to our latest video.